Oh, all right. We are live everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on, good people? This is your man, Gavin the Boss Man Stevenson, one half of Late Night Girl. I have the lovely Lady J with me. Go ahead and say something to the people, Lady J.
Hello, everybody.
Yes. What is going on, DJ Spank? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Come on in and
have a seat at the table.
Yes. So today we are going to talk about a topic that needs to be talked about all over the world, people. All over the world, because the shit is real.
Yeah, and there's some shitty people in this world.
Right. We are talking about toxic relationships. I know from the list to my list, I know 2 or 3 of y'all that's been in a toxic relationship.
Yeah, there's some people still in.
Still in.
A toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Sucks for them.
Anyway, what we're going to talk about the ins and outs of the toxic relationship, how you can figure out you are in a toxic relationship. You may be the person that's the toxic person in
your relationship.
And
you don't even know.
You don't even know. He could be the motherfucker that
causing all the problems.
Well, goddamn it, I don't even know. I didn't know I was a toxic one, but you know what I mean? I'll just take on the role.
You just signed up.
You know what I mean? I'm going to be that person. I'm going to be the toxic one. I don't have no problem with that. So, with this episode, all the crowd participation is wanted. We want you guys to come in. We want you guys to say what you got to say. You know what I mean? People have stories. People have problems. And that's what we really are here for, to discuss this one, because it needs to be discussed, because it's something that is rampant in the world.
Mm-hmm.
In the world, people. Not in just the slow world, but in the fast one, too. It's 2 of them. You may not know that. So, Lady J, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Were you in one?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Most definitely. I've been in a couple. Like 1 or 2. So I know how to recognize them before I even get there.
Oh, man, I have been in a couple myself. I have been in a couple. And it's ugly. It always, you know what, it's so funny because it ends real ugly.
Of course. Because toxic people don't like to be wrong.
Yeah, it ends really, really ugly when you have somebody that you thought that you cared about and loved and all that good stuff, and then you figure out that this motherfucker's crazy as hell.
But that doesn't alleviate the love.
Right.
You can be crazy and
right.
still in love.
I've seen people that are, crazy, then catch it and sit there and be in love with that.
But you're not in love with the crazy. You're in love with that person. Because not all bad things are... Not all bad people are bad. And the whole relationship is not bad.
Right. But I'll tell you this, a lot of that motherfucker is.
True. Chris said, you are on my live. Wait to the people. Hey, everybody.
So, what we're going to do right now is that, you know, I always want to do the definition of a toxic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the definition I got is, you may have the same definition. Lady J got, see, I got mine on Notepad. You see, I'm old school. Lady J got it all on the iPhone and everything. Ain't that? That's cute. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
It was just easier, more organized. But go ahead. So what's your definition of a toxic relationship?
My definition of a toxic relationship is a person that doesn't support you, always looking for conflict, that's also demeaning,
mm-hmm.
and self-absorbed,
mm-hmm. all for self,
and always try to undermine what you got going on in your life.
Right.
You know,
very narcissistic.
Right.
To sum all that up.
Sum that all up. Mm-hmm. You know what? I tell people all the time, and when they ask me questions, because a lot of people ask me questions out in the street about relationships and stuff, and sometimes I tell them I'm not the best person to ask, but I can get you very close to where you need to be at.
Why do you say you're not a good person to ask?
Because, like I said, I'm still learning myself.
True.
I'm still learning myself. True. Because I can't really say nothing, because I used to be the toxic motherfucker in the relationship. That was me. I didn't care about nobody, what they had to say about what I did, who I did it with, how many people I was doing it with. It was my business. If you didn't like it, oh well. How about that?
That sounds very narcissistic. You're right.
Toxic.
Very much so.
Toxic. Oh, look who is on the live right now.
Who on the live?
Look who's on the live.
I can't see.
You can't see that. I can't see it either.
So how you know who on the live?
Because I know who's on the live.
Who?
Kate.
Oh.
Hey, Kate, what's going on, baby? I know you're here. I see you. I'm going to let you in here. I'm going to let you get a little bit of this. But you got to act right. You know how I am. I'll let you get in here, but you got to act right. So, do you have a definition of that?
Well, the same. That's very narcissistic.
Very narcissistic tendencies, right? And it's hard to. It's sometimes it's hard to get people to understand that, though. You know, when you sit here and tell, like, back to what I was saying, like when you have a person that you have a dream. You know what I mean? Like you have a goal in life, and that person's always about, oh, but it ain't gonna do this and it ain't gonna do that, and you know what I mean. I dealt with that big time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I always tell everybody, your goal is not everybody else's goal.
Right, your vision is not everybody's.
Right,
goal.
you are.
It was given to you.
It was given to you for you to go after and you to go hunt it down. A lot of people are very scared to do that because dreams and goals are not easy to come by. They're not. If they were easy, everybody would be doing them.
But you know, that's basically just a manipulative way of being judgmental. Because, you know, I'm the type of person, I don't care who you are, I believe that everybody can do anything
Right.
that they set their mind to.
Right.
It's crazy because there was somebody on the Facebook group the other day we were talking about men and being providers and women, I value women and stuff. And one of the guys had said, you know, I'm an ex-con, and a lot of times, you know, women don't deal with ex-cons. And I was like, well, what women are you dealing with? Because I know a lot of ex-cons that are rich. There are a lot of ex-cons that are millionaires, whatever.
Right now. Yes.
Right. If you have the right person behind you, you can manifest your dreams and visions into whatever you want to be. If you have the right support.
Right.
You know, and he was like, you know what, I really appreciate it. He said, you don't even know me, you know, and you speak your life into me. That's not hard, people, to speak life into, especially the person you love. How you say you love me, but you can't even speak no life in me?
First of all, you shouldn't be, I'm going to tell you people right now, you should never be scared to go after your dreams.
Right.
In life, I don't care what they may be doing. If you want to be the #1 pot maker,
right,
clay pot, do your thing.
right.
Don't let nobody stop you.
But to lay next to somebody every day and that person puts you down on your dream of being a pot maker.
That's not the person for you.
Right. Like, I don't, I don't understand.
It's time to run.
But you know what's so funny? I've learned that you can be in a relationship and the person can do that to you the whole time. Get with somebody else.
And be the
best support motherfucker alive.
Man, don't even get me started.
Man, listen.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
I was about to tell a story, but I ain't gonna do it.
Don't do it yet.
I ain't gonna do it.
Don't do it yet. Because I tell you this, I know for a fact that is a true factor.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the nastiest person in the relationship with you and go off and be something totally different. I'm like I said, people, I was him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was never a person that stopped goals.
Right.
I always wanted you to do, if you wanted to sit here and do this and do that, what you need me to help you get there.
A lot of times that's sexy though. To have a partner that wants to do it, wants to get up and go, like, I'm not understand. That's an attractive part of your partner.
But it doesn't attract everybody. I think some people like to see other people in misery. You get what I'm saying?
Because that's a manipulative.
Right.
You can manipulate situations.
To be miserable.
Yeah.
Like how can you sit there in a situation and want that person to be, well, I'm broke, you broke, let's be broke together.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Being married. Remember we had that conversation on the podcast when we was talking about, you know, if you're in a situation and your spouse says, or your woman or your man says, babe, I ain't got no job right now, but you know I'm a hustler. I'm gonna go out here and do what I gotta do. And then she's like, no, I don't want you to be in that situation. I was like, shit. Go, okay. So I had to learn that because it was times when I was like, no, babe, I'll get a second job. I know you can, you know. No. And I'd be like, no. That was a part of now, you know, knowing what I know now. Right. That was a manipulative part of
what definitely was, because I tell you this, you need me help you roll up these nicks and these dimes.
Right. But when women do that, you know, or men, you know, you do that in your relationship, a lot of that you want the controlling upper hand of the relationship.
Yeah. But you can't have that. You cannot have a relationship that can be controlled by one person.
Right.
I don't care who you are, what you may say you do, all this stuff. It doesn't work out that way for you to be the most controlling thing in the situation at that point in time, because it's not going to work, people. I know, I've done it, I've tried it, and it's failed.
And it don't feel good, to be honest.
Right. But some people feel that way. Some people feel less when they're not in control. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel better when I'm like, oh, I'm not in control. I can't handle this. You know what I mean? Like, does it really, really matter? Is it like something that has to be done in your life? Like, if I'm not in control, I can't live.
But I feel like, how can you? I don't know. How can you fully love somebody and want to totally control them? Like, if you love somebody, and I had to learn that too. Like, I had to learn that too. Like, I don't get to love who you really are. I'm loving who I want you to be. Right, and that's a toxic trait, y'all. That's one of my things. Is
then go ahead and run one then. Run one.
Let me see.
Let's see what Lady J's got.
He's so silly.
And Kate, when you ready to chime in, baby, chime in. Remember.
But one of them was controlling behaviors, questioning where you are all the time, or becoming overly upset when you don't immediately answer texts, or both signs, controlling behaviors.
I need a pen because I need to X that one off.
This can be contribute to toxicity in a relationship. These attempts to control the other person can also be a sign of abuse too.
Right.
Like, you ever seen a person in a domestic violence relationship, their partner controls everything. So yeah.
Well, if you want to fight you and everything, boy, you be out there. Look, I've watched toxic relationships form and everything. I've seen a toxic relationship turn into a toxic ass marriage.
Yeah. But you know what's so funny? We always say stuff like, "Oh, I didn't know it." That shit was there before.
Like, you was toxic when you was
toxic when we started. It just I was in love.
I was in lust.
Or no, it don't even be lust, because pussy everywhere. So it don't even be lust. You be in love, or you be trying to do the right thing. That's really what it is. You be trying to do the right thing. I got married trying to do the right thing.
We all got married trying to do the right thing.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. You get married, you know, especially when you got kids. You be trying to like make it work, have a family.
If this is gonna work out, I swear it is. I know.
Yeah, you know, once we sign these papers, it's gonna be so different.
We're gonna be happy. No.
Not.
No.
So not right. So not true.
That's a lie.
Very much so.
So, people, do you know that, I want to say this, a lot of y'all don't know that there are early warning signs to this situation. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of them, and a lot of people may not know this. But when you have a person that is jealous, a person that wants to keep score, that's crazy. How would you want to keep score on your significant other? Mm. And people are like, I know y'all like, what do you mean keep score? Tit for tat.
But you know where that comes from?
Where's it come from?
Giving more than you have.
Right. I did this, and you got to do what?
But I think that comes from...
why'd you do it?
Right. Not doing stuff from the heart. But I think it also comes because one of mine is that you give more than you receive. I tend to, and I know I do this now, I tend to, because I have given and given and given and given and given and given and given, not expecting something back. I just be like, okay, I know I ain't really expecting nothing back, but am I ever going to get something? Right. So I just be like, okay, I done did all of this. I'm going to get something.
A lot of times you don't get what you want to get back. It's just how it goes. You can sit here and be like, oh, I want to be this and we're going to be that, and then realize that the shit just don't work out the way it's supposed to work out.
But you know, I think it's not even, well, I can only speak for me, I can't speak for other people. But my biggest thing is I don't even look for materialistic stuff, because materialistic stuff is easy to come by. I be looking for the energy, the reciprocity in the energy that I put out. If I'm putting out, you're my first priority, can I get that back? If I'm putting out the energy, you're, you know what I'm saying, important to me, can I get that back?
Maybe. It depends on the person. And it's sad to say it depends on the person that you deal with. It
Right,
really
but
does.
why would you want to be with somebody that can't reciprocate what you're giving?
Because for all that I'm going to call it toxic lust. Can I call it that?
Not everything's love. Some this shit just might be love.
But how do you be toxic? I can't say that because I wasn't.
Yeah.
All right, here's one. Blaming the blame game and blaming your emotions on your significant other.
Mm.
You got that one too?
Mm-hmm.
I got another one for you. Drama.
Right.
Always. You know another one, it's a sign of drama that people don't realize. The woe is me.
Playing victim.
Oh my God.
Too fucking everything.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I get it.
What?
Yes.
And people don't realize you do that and don't even know you're doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, please don't get that twisted with you being my partner, or I'm your partner, and I'm telling you how I feel about something, because that was one of my things too, is not being able to express your feelings to your partner. You know, that's a toxic trait of your partner. When you're not comfortable enough around this person to say, I feel this way, without feeling like you're going to be judged or crucified or not even paid attention to at all.
You should never be judged in a relationship.
Well, there are relationships where you're absolutely judged.
I get that. But I'm just saying.
Because love has no judgment. If you love somebody, there should be no judgment. Now, you're going to have an opinion about what you do. You're going to have an opinion about what is said.
As you should.
Right. But you're not supposed to judge or belittle your partner because of what they do.
If you belittle the person that you're dealing with, that's a problem within self.
Right. You're putting, but that's a narcissistic trait.
That's another narcissistic trait,
you want to
people.
put all of your issues and problems on the other person.
On me. It ain't my fault that you ugly. All right, I'm gonna let you in here.
What was that?
Kate. All right, here we go. All right, hold on a minute. What are y'all?
What was that?
That's Kate.
Oh. She can't be at the club now.
Yeah, you better not be a dream trying to talk to me with your ass out. Hold on, let me turn you up.
So you don't like relationships? You don't think relationships are worth anything at this point?
No, I feel like they are, but if they like y'all down each other, or if you down in your partner, like that's the problem. You do somebody else.
Right.
Because what you down to that person for, like.
Your job as a partner is to lift them up, not to put them down.
Right,
Yeah.
but I tell you this. But, you know, like I said, it's always the people that we choose. You know what I mean? The people that we choose, because we're not, once again, we're not doing the research.
Right.
We don't do research on a lot of people that we deal with.
Anymore.
We go out, we think we're going to hang out and everything will be good and great, and find out that you got you a real scumbag in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do? You either sit there or haul ass. But as we give people the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll give a person the benefit of a doubt in a heartbeat. Be like, oh, you know what? I care. We'll see if we can work this out. Sometimes,
Yeah.
Shit just can't be worked
it's
out.
fucking working it out.
That's all of you see good in that person is something to like you would see one thing got bad flaws, and you would work with it because you see a good outcome of the overall.
Right.
They got bad priorities, bad
Right.
characteristics, bad traits.
Yeah, and you can have a person. But see, my thing is, you can have a person that has great potential. You know what I'm saying? You can see a person that has great potential, but sometimes you got to be like, fuck the potential,
Right.
because
Potential.
if they not trying to better themselves, they not gonna get any better. You can see all the great in them you want to, but if they don't want better, they not gonna do better.
See, a lot of times we let people slow us down on what we're trying to do in life. You get what I'm saying? If we're trying to be motivators, or you know what I mean, we're trying to level up. We get people that we get stuck with that don't want to see us be this. They rather us be here with them instead of us saying, okay, well, I leveled up. Come up here with me.
Or they see you trying to level up and try to knock your ass right back down.
They're not prepared for that.
Above them or on the same level.
Right.
Right.
And that's what we have a lot of times when it comes to toxic relationships. And that's why I sit here and I tell everybody that when like I say, your dream and your goals are not everybody else's dreams and goals.
Right.
And then you have to find out what you're prepared to do. Do you want to stay in that bullshit? Do you want to deal with that for the rest of your life? No, it's not. But see, the problem is that we don't realize that we're in this situation until it's too late, 9 times out of 10. You get what I'm saying? So that's the problem that we have.
You get used to something, and you just like, okay, I'm used to this. Like, I can't even lie. Like, my kids thought I was like, no way. I'm used to this. This is what I'm comfortable with. But I had to figure out, like, this ain't what that.
Right. You're right. You're saying it right. You're saying it right. You can be used to something that is totally not what you're supposed to be used to. You know what I mean?
And that's another toxic trait. That's one of my things. A person who will stunt your growth. A person who won't let you flourish or evolve into something better. Will constantly keep you down.
Right.
That's not love at all.
At all. I don't care what nobody says.
Or time.
Have a lot of memories together, but the longer you stay,
the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Right.
You should never have to listen. You should never have to settle for stupid shit.
Right.
I don't care what nobody says. You don't settle for stupid shit. You sit there, if you see it and it's not what you want in your life, it's time for you to get your ass up and go somewhere else.
You got to know the worth within yourself, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people don't understand that. Right. They don't understand their worth. They understand that this is what I'm used to. He say he loved me. He say this, he say that. And then when a lot of times people will say it and not prepared to prove it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People will trick you too. See, I used to, my thing was, as long as you're trying, I'm saying, he would try to put out the money too.
And after that shit was out the window, girl. I know that shit. I ain't gonna do it no more to get better.
I'm gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be good. I promise. I ain't gonna do it again. God damn it, you ain't been in here 2 weeks.
You back to the same shit.
That used to be me.
My kids told me they never stop. They just find a better way
to do it. Right.
But that's what we do as human beings. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We'll modify what we got to do to keep the same bullshit we got going on.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So you feel like a man not cheating at all is like something that is possible?
Yeah, of course. Look, let me tell you something. It is not it's the man that you choose.
Right. It's a caliber man
the caliber man that you choose that keeps on doing that. It's not. Go ahead. No. It can be changed. Trust me, I'm a proven fact. It can be changed. It can be changed. Cause I tell you this, when it comes to a motherfucker running the streets, I was him. I was him. Right. No.
Because it's some 50, 60 old.
Look, I was about to say it. Y'all was, look, I almost caught myself. I was about to say it. Hey, Cake, I was about to say it. It don't come with age. You know it don't come with age, right?
Right.
Right, because... Right. You're right. You know what? It's funny you say that because cheating is easier than working on a relationship.
Right.
Or
moving on.
Or moving on.
Or moving on. If you don't want it, just move on.
Right. Or you have a person. Listen. It's harder to work on a relationship with somebody you love than cheat with somebody you don't care about.
That's true.
Right. So you can sit here and love this look. You can sit here and run the streets all damn day long.
Mm-hmm.
But for you. Right. Right. And then you know what? I tell you this. A lot of the times, you know what? I tell you this. Females can cut that out. It's easy to cut it out.
Yep.
And the way you cut it out, you just don't be a part of it no more.
Yep.
If you know that he is doing what he's doing, or you the other woman, cut it out.
Yep.
You done with it.
You are not created to be anybody's side chick.
Right. Right. Don't up your body count then. Sit your head down.
Right. Tide is open 24 hours a day.
Right. If you got to go get you a friend, go get you a friend that needs batteries.
Right.
They say the rose is amazing.
They don't cheat and they don't talk back.
And all you gotta do is you ain't gotta feed them. So all you gotta do is make sure you got fresh batteries.
And you good to go.
And you wash them.
Yeah.
Every time you're done with them. There you go.
All you gotta do.
There you go.
I wish we could do that to these men. Just watch.
Right.
That is not gonna work, baby. I don't care what you say, what you do.
Watch they sins away.
Right. It don't work that way. It's not that easy.
And I feel like everybody got somebody out there for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have to share.
You don't have to share. And that's why I tell you got and I say this for the men out there. If you don't understand that right now, men, I'm talking to both cameras, men, we are outnumbered by women.
It's more cootie out here.
There are more women out here than there are men. So you can find you a good one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta take the time to look.
Just gotta take the time to look.
Yeah. You gotta be there. You're gonna be confident a lot.
Yeah. And tell what's her name to keep her body count down.
Keep your body count down.
You know what I mean? Slow down a little bit.
You got a whole life,
You know
girl.
what I mean? Pump your brakes.
You don't need all the miles on
Look,
things.
if he tell you, oh, you so pretty. No, you know what you tell
Thank you, nigga.
I know, nigga.
Keep moving.
Yeah, you ain't gotta be like, oh, look, you ain't gotta be, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh. Oh, boy. Look, I don't know. Now my back gonna hurt all damn night.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
And that's what. But you gotta understand, that's what a lot of people don't understand is that a person a toxic person can eat all your energy.
Oh, suck you dry.
Suck you dry. You be out there looking like Lil Wayne.
You're so stupid.
I used to have problems where if I'm going through something, I'll tell my friends something like, oh, I should be my friend. I said, I can't face my energy. Like, they're like, oh, when I turn around to, I can change that. So why remember that? I can't act like that's not my energy.
You should never have to give up. Listen, you should never have to give up all your energy. You're gonna give up a little bit. Am I right or wrong?
But you should never have to give up your peace of mind.
Right.
Your
It's
peace
yours.
of mind is everything.
It's yours.
Right.
So I'm gonna get you. We're gonna continue this. Y'all keep watching, and because we got other people trying to get in here. So, all right, we love you.
Bye, y'all.
All right, stay out of trouble. As soon as I learn how to take these motherfuckers off. See, I said the same thing. There it
There
is.
you
Boom.
Boom.
There it is, people. We're back. Well, we never left.
Right. Solo dolo. You had comments.
Yeah, I did have comments. Let's see. I had first one. Let's go back up here. Kings don't cheat. Baby, you're right. Kings don't cheat.
Right.
But niggas do.
No, men do. The male species does. You know.
I tried to divide though.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
What else was there? A woman cannot change a man, but queens can make kings be loyal to his throne and to his queen's throne.
Sis,
I don't know, baby.
is that a girl or one?
That is definitely. I'm hoping that's a female.
Okay. Well, sis, I don't care how great of a woman you are. I don't care how big, how grand you are as a queen. I am as such.
This is a man's page.
Oh.
Are you talking about? Okay, it's a man's page. Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Well, sir.
Thank you for clarifying
A
that.
woman cannot do that. That is the choice of the king to remain loyal to his queen. I mean, there are attributes about her that you might love and might want to, say, hey, I'm not going to lose her, so therefore I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
But no woman can make you do anything. That's a choice of your own that you have to withhold yourself, So I agree but disagree because can't nobody make you do anything. That's a choice that you've made because you want to continue to be in that relationship.
You know what? It's funny you say that because that's how I am too. I always tell people, you're not going to make me do nothing that I do not want to do.
That is very true.
Right. Y'all come on in and sit on down. Come on in, sit on down. Lady J, give me some of your early signs. You got some?
Yeah. Well, I just have signs, period, because signs early or late are all pretty much the same. They just intensify as the relationship goes.
Right.
Right. Let me see. One of them is a lack of self-identity.
Because they can take that away.
Yeah, if you, I'm giving an example. Like, say if you work at a job and everyone that, is studious and quiet, but then you get there and that's not your nature, but that's who you become.
No, yeah.
So it's basically like whenever situation you're in, you become that person, not having or knowing who you are, you will float around and do whatever. And that can be very toxic in a relationship because you're not firm on who you are as a person.
Uh-huh.
You have to take the time to know who you are in order to love somebody else.
Very true. Because I have the same one, strip your self-esteem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, that's what they do. They tell you that ain't nobody going to love you like I love you.
Right.
You my woman. I don't care why. Hold on now, homeboy.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody property around here. You just slow down a little bit.
Right. Now you know what? It's an early sign, and I think this. I've noticed this and I've experienced this because I'm very upfront in the beginning of every relationship. Where if I talk to a guy, people say, well, you never should have expectations because if you have expectations, then you get let down. Well, no, I want to tell you what I'm expecting, what I'm looking for. So if you cannot meet that, or if that's not something that you want, then you can move on.
Right.
Right. So one of them is that you're not in the same place in life as your partner. So basically, I put sometimes problems arise simply because two people want two different things. Maybe you're ready for kids and your partner's not. Not in every toxic situation has to be dramatic or explosive, but this can be toxic when it adds pressure of unspoken expectations to a relationship, leading to harmful resentment and dysfunctional later on. That's basically like if I'm in a relationship and I'm saying I want kids and you don't, if I don't get those kids, I'm gonna hate you at some point.
There's gonna be a problem.
Right. You know, I'm not gonna like you at some point. If I'm telling you I'm dating because eventually I want to be married, and you're saying, okay, well, I would never get married again, then this relationship shouldn't go. You know, why waste 5 years trying to figure out if you want to get married? Because you could still not want to get married in 5 years. You know, so that's wasting my time and yours.
Wasting your time, my time, everybody else's time. Right. And I tell you people all the time about that. You can get money. Right. Like time and money, like, oh man, I don't want you to waste my money. I can get money again.
Right.
I can never get time back. I don't care what you ain't got a DeLorean.
Right.
And this ain't 1985.
True.
You know, what do I have? I got an early sign. You want to hear it?
Sure. Well, here you go. There you
go. Deflecting.
I have that one as well.
I knew you'd get a kick out of that one. I knew you'd get a kick. I am the king of that.
Very much so. Now, what do you have? Do you have anything? Because I have something that goes with deflecting.
I don't have anything that goes with
deflecting. Is a narcissistic behavior. Because it says that one of the most common behaviors of toxic people. The narcissists are becoming quite infamous for this because it's something that's very easy to do. You don't like dealing with your problems. You don't like hitting things head on. You know, and it's a manipulation tactic. It's called gaslighting.
I don't use that.
But that's what it does.
That's what it does.
Right. It's called gaslighting.
You don't use this.
But that's what it is. You don't want to confront things and talk about stuff, so you gotta change the subject.
If anybody know that, woo!
Ain't the scalp so pretty?
What? I gotta tie my shoe right now.
Oh, Dad, look at the time. It's about time for me to go.
Woo! Where are my clothes? Oh, boy, I gotta stop this shit here.
Yo, but deflecting is very narcissistic.
Yes.
So you might want to, work on that.
I'm going to put a pin in that one. I'm going to circle back around to it.
Deflected that.
You saw how I did that?
How you gonna tell me you gonna work on deflecting and deflect the fact that you need to work on it? No.
That's what I like to call a little bit of the razzle dazzle.
Oh, Lord.
Well, she used to hate when I used to say that. Don't make me hit you with a little bit of razzle dazzle.
I don't like that either. What's another one you got?
For early signs.
Any sign.
Any signs? Oh, I got here's a good one. I think is a good one. No boundaries.
Just run around all around you.
Just doing what the fuck you want to do. Like it's just
right.
Like some people they have boundaries. It may not, and it may be in the bedroom. It may be anywhere, but you're willing to cross them without even caring about
the other person's feelings. Right.
And that's always going to end up wrong. I'm telling you right now, people. That's going to end up wrong. If she don't want a finger in her butt, don't be trying to put a finger in her butt.
I don't think that's what they. Okay, but I don't think that's what they were talking about.
I think I went past the boundary.
Right, right there.
Oh, what else is
I think a toxic part of toxic behavior is like. I thought I had put it on here, but I don't see it. It's not going to be not allowing your partner to be reactive. Like you'll do some crazy shit and they'll be like, chill out, it ain't that big of a deal, Like say you cheat, right? Man, you tripping. Why you tripping? Okay, so I'm not supposed to have I'm not supposed to have no type of reaction. Like you do some dumb shit, but then when I get reactive to your dumbness, now it's me.
I catch on.
Right. Now I'm a bad person. I'm a bad one. I'm the one who doesn't.
They don't understand.
Right. Because you were stupid, or you tell me, oh, but chill out, ain't that big deal. No, it is, and I have a right to be pissed off with your dumb shit.
I got one for you. All take and no giving.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, like I said, people would, a person in a situation like this would take all your fucking energy.
That's
Take
true.
all your power. Everything that you had, or you was trying to do this and that, they would take it and use it. And sometimes use it against you.
That's true.
And you're like, well, how can I use it against you? Let me show you how. You're the reason why I cheated. Because you didn't give me this. You didn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Instead of saying I fucked up.
I fucked up.
And it was my choice. Because a lot of times, even like, let's take that scenario. People will say you did this and that's why I did this, but you would never have said anything to your partner.
Right.
Like you've never said, well, babe, you don't spend enough time with me, or babe, we don't get to do this, or therefore, I need this, or I'm lacking this. That's why I'm very I'm very communicative on that. Like I tell people what I need and what I want. So if anything pop off, you cannot say you didn't know.
A lot of people, and you know what, people, I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of people, when they want something from you, they just want time.
Period.
Just want a little bit of time.
Time is on affection. That's it.
A booty rub.
Speaks volumes.
Now, if y'all need help on it, I'm going to teach a class on it one of these days. I'm going to teach a class on a booty rub.
That's it. Let me see. I have one. Being untrustworthy.
Woo!
Lying.
I got that one too.
Yeah, lying is a toxic trait. If you discover your partner is constantly lying, not only to you, but about everything.
Right.
Toxic people aren't able to put themselves in other people's shoes.
I got one for you. Using personal information against you.
That's judgmental.
Yes.
Yes, being judgmental.
Let me tell y'all something. I mean this from the heart, because it used to happen to me. If I tell you something that is personal to me, that I want you to understand that it is, don't turn around and use the fucking shit against me. Because I'm going to tell you this, that makes me want to stop talking. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm just like this. Why don't you explain it? Why? For you just use it against me later on?
Now let me ask you this question. What do you mean and use it against me? Because that sounds kind of narcissistic.
What do I mean by using it against me?
Right.
Like I tell you, I like this, or I like doing that, or we can do this, or you know what I mean? Oh, even stuff like stuff in the bedroom, like you know what I mean? People are different in the bedroom than they are in the daytime. People.
Hear my soul.
So then you get around people, you get around this, and let's say you use it against me. Oh, well he like to put his tongue in my butt. Damn.
I don't think that's using it against you.
I like that.
I think if they say, well,
it's nice.
She said you put your tongue in her butt, and I know you like to do that, so that you probably did that. Now that's using it against you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Let me stop.
But but I feel like some men say that, or I don't say men, some people say that when, like, say for instance, you said something and we're in a discussion, and I turn around and say, well, do you remember a month ago when you said this, is that, and the other? That's not using it against you. That's not using it against you. That's just, bringing stuff back to memory.
And women, they don't forget motherfucking thing.
No.
And see, that's why I tell you guys, it's not worth to tell lies like that, because they'll sit there and let you tell that lie, and they know it's a lie. And they be just like that. Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, my magic word is, oh, okay.
And if a woman tells you, oh, okay, she ain't with the shit.
Just know I know, and I'm choosing not to say it.
Right. I'm not with the shit. Okay. Let's see. Isolation.
Mm.
When she or he doesn't want you to go nowhere.
That's
Always.
abusive.
Always want to be around you. What you do at work. Who is he sitting beside you at the lunch table? Hold on. How you know who sat beside me at the lunch table?
Well,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
listen. I'm going to defend myself. Listen. I am not the type of person, I don't want to isolate nobody, right? But if you have been untrustworthy and you've been a liar, and a lot of times, unfortunately, I've stayed in situations where I have been constantly lied to, right? So I feel like I have to do research on my own, and I'm good at it.
Shit.
So,
That's an understatement.
if I say, babe, what you was doing today at 3 o'clock?
Just know that she know already.
And I have receipts.
And she's not, but you can try. You can give, like they always say, you can give her the good college try.
And if I say, oh, okay, I'm stalking. I'm stalking.
Some bullshit.
Because I'm going to run your ass one in about 2.5 seconds. I'm stalking.
In other words, since she will hit you with the right and drop you with the left.
I'm stalking. Yeah. So another toxic trait that I have is jealousy. Because there are a lot of people who are together in relationships and they're jealous of their partner. Jealous of their status.
I was about to say.
Their status, their accomplishments, the fact that they have friends, the fact that they may be outgoing and they're not. The fact that they're, people can be jealous of the fact you're easy to make friends and people like you. And they don't like the fact that people like you and you're in the mix and people want to have fun with you. And they want you to go and not her or not him because they ain't no fun. Partners can be jealous.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this. If you invite me, she coming.
Right, and that's cool, but a lot of times...
Man, just come on, don't bring your girlfriend. You bring your girlfriend? Yeah, she coming.
Right. But a lot of times, then you'll get there sometime. If your significant other is jealous of you, they'll be mad that everybody's talking to you, ain't nobody talking to her. Or she don't know how to stir up a conversation or deal with things, so therefore,
some people don't know how to stir up a
right.
conversation.
Some people don't know how to entertain. They stagnant or stand backish or
I ain't gonna
got
lie.
their nose tooted up.
That's me in the beginning until I get to know you. It takes about 5-10 minutes. I figure you out, and then once I figure you out,
or you've had a couple of drinks.
oh,
Then everybody's
my friend. Let's hang out. What you doing tomorrow?
Y'all be singing lyrics together. Y'all see together in the club. Singing lyrics to each other, high-fiving. People you don't even know.
These people. Well, we know the song together. So, let me see. We already know our early sign is physical abuse.
Right.
Look, people, do not put your hands on nobody's child.
Period. That's how you die.
Look, I got 3 little girls. Let one of them come and say, Daddy, he hit me. I don't need you to go back to the house no more. Did you get your shit? That's the first thing. Did you get your shit? Yeah, I got it with me. Don't go to the house no more.
You don't live no more, baby. We're going to find you somewhere else to stay.
Because I don't want you to be a co-defendant.
Or accessory.
Yeah, accessory to the fact. Because I don't need one. So
right.
I don't want you, don't go back there.
But daddy loves you.
But daddy loves you. And you know what drives me crazy with that? Let me tell you what drives me crazy with physical abuse when it comes to someone. And I'm going to say this, and it upsets me to the highest power. Ladies, that is not love.
At all.
It's not love. I don't care what he says to you. If he says, oh, I'm not going to do it again, he going to do it again. He's going to put his hands on you. And then if you've done your research, you'll know. Is this a trait that he does all the time?
Mm-hmm.
He done sat here and, hell, it's nothing wrong with asking his baby mama, his His other girlfriend?
Girl, you better go on your county website of the clerk of court and see how many cases he got. How
Right.
about that? Because the ones I know, they got plenty of cases. I'm just saying, the men that I know that have hit women got cases. You can look them up. What? You can. You can't look up cases? Oh my God. I'm saying the people that I know that have been in those situations. I know more than one person. I know more than one person. I'm related to one. He's been down the avenue before. You know, you can look it up and ask questions. So what had happened? What?
That's a great turnaround. You did it.
What had happened?
You know, give me the outside on that one. Y'all don't know what Lady J just did. That was good. Lady J just turned that bitch around. Nobody even caught it. I caught it though.
Because I'm just saying, I'm not trying to. See, you trying to make stuff up, but I ain't even doing that.
We said we were going to do that tonight.
Okay, so one of my things too is, let me see. We talked about judgment already. Withholding affection and compliments.
I got that one. I was going to use that one later on, but let you go ahead and send it though.
Yeah, because I mean, I like to give compliments, right?
I like to give
Yeah, I know.
them.
But you can't be in a relationship and not give them.
I give them.
You can't be in a relationship and not give them. You can't constantly want your girl to tell you how fine and how sexy you are, but you can't tell her the same. Because trust me, believe, if you ain't telling her,
somebody else is.
And
it ain't got to be out in the open either, because
right.
The inbox is a motherfucker these days.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Well, I get motherfuckers in my inbox I don't even know, so I be like, excuse me, ma'am, but you old as my mama.
Hell, I give you my inbox too, and I be like, excuse me, ma'am. I'm not like that. Not today.
Yeah. I get those too.
Yeah, no, not today. No, ma'am.
I'm like,
no, ma'am. You look like you old enough to be my grandma.
I be like, I get them old too, but I be like, hey, baby. When somebody texts you, hey, baby, listen, that motherfucker old as hell. Ain't no person in their 40s.
Right.
30s or 20s in the same.
Hey, baby.
And then always trying to offer some food. Because, you know, a real woman knows that's a quick way to a man's heart. A home-cooked meal? Woo!
I'm not going to say that.
There's other ways, too.
There's other ways.
See, let me tell you the shit, y'all.
No, I'm just saying. There's other ways. He's around that bush. Go ahead, give me another one.
Thank you so much. How about I can't say the word.
Vindictive?
No, you can't say vindictive, but you can also say vengeance.
Vengeful, vengeful action. So it's being vindictive, yeah.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
When you boil it all down, because you got people that, like I said, it goes back to tit for tat.
Right. But you know, I've never been the type of person that you've experienced this, you know, being around me. People have done me dirty, and I'll be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna go there with them. And you be looking at me like, what the fuck you doing?
I'll be looking at, listen, y'all don't understand. I'll be looking at like, let's get this motherfucker.
I'm like, no. I believe karma's a motherfucker, and I believe people will hurt you. You know, that life will fuck you up 10 times worse than I could ever. So people who have hurt me right now, please look at where they are.
No, you're right. You're right.
Right. And I couldn't have never done that.
But me, I'm the type of motherfucker, let's jump this motherfucker.
Yeah, no. I want you to suffer. I mean, I tell people all the time, when you hurt me or you try to do something to me, I will fuck you up and not even touch you.
Whatever you do to me,
will be done back to you, and you don't even gotta touch him, sis. Don't even gotta touch him.
When you in here getting your color purple on, I've already done everything you've done to me.
Yep, it's already done to you, and 10 times worse to be that.
Get some of that Suge Avery.
You so but it's I'm not into that. No, you can trust me. You'll come back. You will come. Always come back.
That's that Suge Avery.
They always come back. Come back with the I'm sorry, or come back with the I didn't mean it. They always come back. Yeah, so that's why I don't do nothing. I don't even want you to have that kind of power over me to think you can make me do some shit.
I like it.
So let me see. What's another one?
What all them goddamn things you got there? You should have tons of them.
No, I have explanations on the things that I have.
Yeah, you got explanations on them.
Yeah.
So you do know there's such thing as toxic love too, right? Toxic relationship and toxic love can be two different things.
Yeah, because you can have a toxic relationship with your mama, but that's still love.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. That's still love.
Well, you ain't doing the stuff you doing with your significant other with your mama.
Right, but it's just a different type of love. You can have a toxic mama, toxic brother. You can have that was a trigger. My bad.
I feel the same. God damn.
You can have toxic friends who are just greedy and needy, and yeah.
I got a whole lot of them.
Yeah, well, they're not really friends. That's the sad part. They're not really people. Yeah,
I got a whole lot of them motherfuckers. Bastards.
I had one about toxic communication.
Really?
Instead of treating each other with kindness and having conversations you end up having conversations filled with sarcasm, criticism, and over hostile environments. You may even start avoiding talking to each other altogether. Being in the household and y'all get in an argument and y'all don't, you can't say nothing nicely. If you realize, when I have conversations, it takes a minute for me to get escalated, right? I try to do everything I do in love. Okay, if I'm upset, even if I'm upset, I try to talk to you in love. I'm not gonna call you a motherfucker. I'm not gonna call you a bitch ass nigga. Stuff I really want to say. I'm really not gonna say that. I'm gonna say, babe or love. I'm gonna talk to you because I want what I'm saying. I want you to hear it. Now, if I'm doing all of that and you're still not trying to hear me, then you will get the other side of me. Because I tried to talk to you in love, and you gave me your ass.
Yes.
So now I got to give you mine. And mine bigger than yours.
The whole.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Give you all my ass to kiss. Yep. Since you giving it to me, I'm going to give it to you.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
So, what's another one? We talk about selfishness. Did we talk about being selfish?
No, not yet.
Yeah, let's talk about being selfish. Toxic people take and rarely give anything to their partner. No time, no support, no empathy. And that's important. Empathy. Can you empathize with me? Can you kind of feel what I'm feeling a little bit? Or even a listening ear. It's all about them. They can be totally draining. We talked about that. And one of the traits of those toxic people are being Debbie Downers.
Yes.
Like they never find nothing good in anything that's happening.
That's a lot of people like that, though.
I don't see how you can stay with somebody like that, though. How can you be in a relationship with somebody who gives you no type of peace or joy or nothing?
But when they're used to when you're used to it, you're used to it.
Right, but even being used to it, you wanna. I don't know. But you know what? That's about self-worth, though.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's about self-worth. A person who doesn't feel like they deserve anything else is going to take that. Because I've been there. I've been in situations where I feel like I didn't deserve anything. So, I didn't, I didn't think anything was different. You saw I made the page again. Cigar porn.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cigar Porn. Thank you for my post. I appreciate that, bro. Don't hate. You sound like you're about to hate, Gavin.
Hate? No. Be great. Yes. know what I mean? Just me being my old self. Now y'all gonna be like, I know he ain't tagging people while he filming.
Yes, he is. He's
Yes,
supposed to
he
be
is.
filming and talk about toxic traits, and he's trying to post a picture on Instagram.
I'm gramming people.
Well, let me show up another trait since he's busy.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
I think I talked about this, but when your partner shuts down your attempt to communicate your feelings. Did I talk about that?
Yes, but we can damn sure go back to that because
Yeah.
that's always a great topic because people, look, man, a lot of people have, like, when you have your feelings, when your feelings are involved with something and somebody want to sit here and talk to you crazy, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. You gonna, hold on now, we together, you want to talk to me like I just ain't nobody?
Right.
And I'm supposed to just let you just go off and do this?
Right. But
Are you crazy?
But like on here, I put, do they listen? Do they apologize? Do they try to do better?
Some of them do.
Or do they get angry and turn it around on you and make it worse?
They,
That is something that I freaking hate. If I'm telling you how I feel, nigga, don't take my feelings and turn around and put that shit back on me like I'm crazy as fuck because I feel the way I feel.
y'all better not do it.
I'm just saying, like, that drives me insane. Like, if I say, babe, I feel lonely, or babe, I'm saying something simple like that, babe, I feel lonely. Or what you want me to do? Well, you know, I got shit I got to do with it. What the fuck that got to do with me?
Yeah, she wants y'all to feel lonely together. Let's feel lonely together.
No, I'm telling you because you're the person who can cure the loneliness. Oh, Lord, y'all.
I done found the filters then. I'm coming back. Y'all, hold on. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying. I saw that you got a filter on though. Well, you looking mighty scrumptious in that filter too. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't hate.
Yeah. Didn't realize I noticed the fucking filter.
Don't hate. It make you look good too. That's why it's on there.
I'm done playing with that. But so I got some toxic loves too. So let me give you a little bit of this shit.
Lord.
Oh, let me see. When you feel, when your anxiety comes up when you guys are not together, is that like a real, that could be,
I don't think that's toxic though. That's codependency.
that could be toxic.
It can be if the person relies on you to be there every waking minute of the day.
Right.
Right. But you know what's also toxic?
What's that?
Is feeling that same anxiety when they're there. Because if you're in a situation where when that person's around you feel like on edge and you have a sense of relief when they leave, that's toxic too.
Right.
Like, because when you're with the person that you're dealing with, you're supposed to feel at ease, be at peace. That person's supposed to bring you that. Now, it ain't gonna always be like that because we're human, but you're supposed to feel loved and wanted, and you know when you're around that person.
Yeah, I got another one that says keeping score,
Mm-hmm.
which goes back to for tit for tat.
Mm-hmm.
I hate tit for tat, y'all.
But do you hate tit for tat because you're always titty?
I'm always getting tatted.
Oh. I think people who hate tit for tat or that's kind of like a pet peeve of theirs, or even keep up with that kind of stuff, either have been continuously hurt or they continuously done the hurting. Because when you've continuously done the hurting, and I've dealt with this with my ex, continuously hurting people, you don't want to constantly be reminded that you've hurt
people.
Right. So that's where the fact that the tit for tat comes in. Like, okay,
you always bring that up every time
Right.
we do this.
Right.
Boy, you gave me no choice, homeboy.
Right. But also, too, if there's no change behavior. If there's change behavior, if you're with somebody and you can visually and wholeheartedly feel the change, you can't constantly bring that up. You can't constantly beat somebody for the same mistake, or especially if they paid their dues in their time.
If they've lived their life,
Right. He's done better or she's done better. Yeah. You can't constantly think that you know, like I said, I can use myself as an example with my ex. Even now with us being divorced, us having conversations, he automatically gets offensive and wants to fight and argue and yell. And he
Did that used to bother you back in the day?
But see, the reason why I know why he does it though, he does that now because he's expecting me to do it.
Right.
And because I don't do that anymore, it's just like, okay, hold on, she's not doing it. What do I do? You know? And I'm just like, okay.
Do the same thing.
Yeah.
She does the same thing. She expects me to, oh, fuck you too then, bitch.
Right,
You know what I mean? Now I'm like, okay.
Right. And to me, is he kind of looks at me like, well, what the fuck wrong with you? I'm like, it's nothing wrong with me. It's the fact that I'm just not. I'm not doing that anymore.
I'm not going to do it, people. I'm not going to sit here and let you destroy my happiness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's another one. When you don't feel like yourself. That's a top. That's another one, because you could be in a relationship and be like, damn, this is not what I really set out to be like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because another thing with mine was, and that goes with yours, is, you know, like I said, loving who they want you to be, you know, versus who you are. But you know, yeah, and that's so rare to find somebody that loves you for you, and they're not expecting anything out of you.
Right.
You know, like, that's crazy. And I don't even think people know how to receive that.
I think that runs people away. That they be like, oh, I'm not used to this. It's funny. It's like a dog that's gotten his ass whooped all its life.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you're like,
oh, right.
He's like,
right, what's wrong? Yeah.
What I do? You know what I mean? That's how people are when that comes around. They're like, I'm not used to this. I don't know if I like this as much as I should.
Right. And you know what? And I can use something really like crazy. You know, being a big girl all my life, that's something that you're always told is not attractive. But when I got older and figured out these niggas out here who like big girls, and they like all your parts of you being a big girl. So when you find somebody that like your rolls and like the softness and the squishiness of you, you kind of like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, how do you like this? This is nasty. But you feel that way because that's all you've ever been told. So it's an insecurity of yours. So because they love what you find insecure becomes an issue. You get what I'm saying?
I definitely do.
Okay.
I'm not doing this with her all day.
So that's basically what it is. Like, being able to, you know, insecure within yourself. You know?
All right, here's another one. You're totally consumed by your relationship. So it's nothing, you don't care about that.
Not having a life.
Right.
Yeah, because I've realized in dating certain people, you have to have a life. If you don't, you'll be totally fucked. You'll be right here like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Yeah, because they ain't with that shit.
Better find
you something to do.
Better get your motherfucking hobby.
But you know what? Now, what's crazy is, it's men out here who will say, okay, I don't want a woman to be in my face 24/7, but want all the goddamn attention under the sun. You can't have it both ways, bro. Either you want my attention or you don't. I don't half-ass do nothing. So either you want it all or you don't want none.
Ain't no such thing as a half-ass crook. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm just saying. So I don't. How do you beat that though, Gavin? How do you half-ass give attention? How do you want her to stay over there but pay attention to you?
Shit, there ain't no way to do that. You can no.
Because I'm gonna be honest. I know. I'm gonna just say for yourself, you a Leo. I know a lot of Leos, and that's their one thing. Stay your ass over there. I don't want you all up on me, but please pay me attention. Stand across the room and look at me.
I want you to look at me. God damn it. Listen here. I want you to look at me and take in all this glory that I got for you right now. That's how I feel. If you don't like it, and I do it all the time, and I sit there and I be like, I want you to.
You can't have it both ways, though.
Shit.
You can't.
Shit. I be sitting there like that. Boom, 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 boom.
You cannot have it both ways.
Yes, you can.
You know, you cannot. You can't expect somebody to just be like, oh, I'm so into you. You're everything. But I'm gonna stay over here. That
That is a what trait? That's a Leo trait. You said it right.
Yeah, that's no. But you can't have it both ways. That's not how it works.
We're the type of person, and when you say Leo, we're the type that will sit there and comb that mane. Want you to look at us all day long while it's getting nice and groomed and everything. Don't bring your ass over there though. Look at me from across the room. Taking all this glory. All this fantasticness. I totally made up that word.
Right.
I totally made up that word, fantasticness.
I hear. But at the end of the day, you gotta pick and choose.
Well, I said you're right. And you have to totally pick and choose when you're going to show attention, take attention, give attention back, because I
ain't gonna lie, I want my partner to be all about me. I want him to be all for Jayla. Wake up in the morning. What Jayla doing? Go to bed. Oh, my baby in the bed. I'm going to bed too. I want that.
What time is it, y'all? No, because I want to make sure I keep up with the time, because y'all understand. It's somebody's very special day tomorrow.
It is.
Y'all don't know it's somebody's very special day tomorrow.
40 and fine. Hey, 40 and fine. Hey.
Lady J is turning 40 tomorrow. 40.
I told my son that day, my 10-year-old, I said, tomorrow's Mommy's birthday. And he was like, well, how old are you going to be, Mom? I said, I'm going to be 40 years old. He's like, whoa. I said, no.
I know mine. You know what's funny? Mine said something to me yesterday. My oldest said, Daddy, you over 25, right? I said, bless you. I said, boy, you are so good to your daddy.
You just made your daddy feel
what? I was about to do a damn black flip when she said, you over 25, right? I'm like, you under 25? Yeah. I said, yeah.
I love when they see my 21-year-old son to be like, that's your brother, that's your boyfriend.
Look.
Oh, love, no, that's my son.
Y'all gotta see me when I'm out with my mama.
That's
they see
my mama be.
What?
Me and my kids gonna be like that.
My mama.
She's gorgeous. Yeah.
She's beautiful. But they see me out with her. Is that your boyfriend? That your husband?
Why you get mad? If your mama look good.
I be like, no, that's my mama.
That's my son.
I had one that said, man, that's your girl you with? You get your girl? I looked up, I said, no. Mind if I holler? I said, nigga, that's my mama. Nigga, that's my mama. And my daddy walking around the store somewhere too. Don't make us jump on you, boy. Don't make us, y'all don't realize my daddy big too. Don't make us jump on you.
Right.
Right. So, I'm about to get off topic. But I'll get off topic for your birthday.
Okay.
We'll get off topic for your birthday. Oh, for the birthday, we partying in Alibi tomorrow.
Be there.
I'll be a hater, whatever one
right.
you want to be. But you gonna be like, what's his name said, Chris Brown. How you gonna get mad? You can't get in the club.
No broke people allowed either.
No, you can't get in the club and be broke. Well, I'm gonna talk about you.
Yeah, me too.
And I get on the mic quick now and talk about your man.
No broke people.
So we've talked about red flags. Mm-hmm. We talked about early signs. Mm-hmm. We talked about toxic love. Mm-hmm. Let's end this thing real quick and let's talk about how to get out of this shit.
I'm with it. Let's go.
Let's talk about how to get out of this shit. First of all, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get out of a toxic relationship, cut all communications. Stay cut. If you have, listen, and I understand if you have kids.
My favorite movie says military silence. Nothing.
Now, understand this. Now, if you have kids together, I understand you have to talk. But if you don't, it's easy to cut communication. Now, if you do have kids together, It's all about the kids. We got nothing to talk about.
But
Personally,
you know what? That's so hard.
it's hard. It's hard.
That's so hard. I know for a fact when I got divorced. Well, I ain't gonna say when I got divorced, but when I was married, I used to always say if me and my husband got divorced, we would need to not see each other, talk to each other, or nothing for 6 months, just so that we can get a system where we didn't have to speak to each other.
Right.
You know, and even now, almost 3 years later, we can talk, but it's hard not to talk about old shit. Right.
What
went wrong.
What
right.
went wrong?
Right. So, I have to make a conscious effort not to make any other conversations we have about me or about him, about how I feel, or, you know what I'm saying? I try very, very hard. So, and I do that because if you want somebody to change, you can't constantly be bringing that up all the time.
And you know what? And then it's never going to fix anything.
No.
Because every time they see you, the first thing that come out of their mouth is, oh, here they come with the bullshit.
Right.
All right. Excuse me. Another one is give yourself some time.
Yep.
And what I mean by giving yourself some time is, when you, like you just said, you split up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny, like, you can tell when somebody's toxic because, say if you split up, and now with social media these days, you can tell, and that person shows up where the fuck you at because you tagged in there.
Oh, that's psychotic.
Right. But it's true.
Yeah.
And we've seen it happen. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, you done tagged you at the club. Next thing you know, he at the club at the damn bar. Like, what the hell? You don't even come here.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I used to do shit.
You see what I'm saying?
But I do shit like that because you'll say, tell me you going somewhere else. I look on Facebook, you talking about, we shouldn't have to, we are? Oh, okay. Ooh.
Now we all sitting at the bar.
We all at the goddamn bar. Now,
you got you 2 friends, she done brought her 2 friends.
Bet.
Now everybody hanging out at the bar.
At the bar. What we doing?
At the bar. All right. Let's say cut off all time, get some time. Do y'all know that there are people don't realize there's support groups out there that can help you, and I'm not meaning like we are one.
Right.
You guys know if you guys hit us up and let us know.
But a lot of times with stuff like that, especially if you're trying to genuinely heal, you can't genuinely heal listening to everybody else's opinions. I learned that too.
Right.
Sometimes you have to cut people off totally. I've even learned, like I said, with my ex, I've learned that, he's the type of person, like, if he don't deal with you, boom, he done. It's over. Like, he just don't deal with you. Cut off family, friends, any motherfucking body. It's gonna cut him off. So I'm the type of person, like, I had to learn that because I would give people multiple chances. You gotta cut But now my cut game is so goddamn strong. Like, yeah, I'm good. And I had 15-year friends and I ain't talked to them in 3 years.
It's funny. You cut them off, and then I swear you'll see stuff so clearly after you cut them off. Once you step
back, yep.
Once you are like, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this no more.
Right.
I'm done.
Right. And a lot of times when you step back, you realize it ain't always them. It be you too sometimes. You be the fucked up individual in the situation, and you have to step back and say, you know what, I could have made that better if I did this, or that.
Right. Yeah. So another thing is making your safety number one priority. And what I mean, right. And that's what I mean by that. Look, I say this and I say it the way that I do because I've seen it too much in the business that I'm in. I've seen it in real life. I've had a friend, she was killed, put in the back of the trunk. The man drove her around for days in the back of the trunk. Damn. Nobody knew where she was at. And you know how he got caught? Bastard had a flat tire.
Wow.
The only reason he got caught because he had a flat tire and he had to go in that goddamn trunk. And she was pregnant with her baby.
Damn.
Didn't care.
That's crazy.
Didn't care. But like I said, safety is always got to be one of your priorities when it comes to your fucking life and your relationship. If it is so toxic that you cannot be there because he can't keep his fucking hands off of you, find some help. Hell, you can reach out to us. We'll help you find some help. I ain't gonna go over there and beat up your boyfriend because I'm too old to be doing that shit now. Back in the day, you would have called me about 4 or 5 years ago. I would have whooped him.
But you know what's crazy? I told you the story before too about how when I was growing up living in the projects, it was a lady that lived above us who my mom and her friend used to always sit and laugh about how she liked to get beat up before she get fucked. All they do is fucking fight. And I'm like, how you be with somebody that's constantly whooping your ass?
Because that's all they know. And
she thought it was love. Yeah,
that is not love. Yeah. Okay, maybe he King Kong you off the dresser one time. That's love. But when he King Kong you every time and put you in the hucklebuck and you start turning blue and you're like, oh my God, let me go. And he don't let you go, there's a problem.
Stupid.
There's a problem, man.
Well, you ever realize you ever seen people who start arguments just to have sex or make up?
Right.
Like, that is so toxic.
Right.
You don't touch me.
You sit in the house all over stupid shit.
Right. Just so y'all can make up and do it.
Who ate the last of the Fruity Pebbles?
Right.
Knowing that you ate the last of the Fruity Pebbles, you knew you ate that damn cereal already.
Right.
But you needed something for y'all to
start arguing. So y'all can make up.
So he can put dope dick in you. That's what I call it. So you like that? You like that?
My thing is, why we just say, babe, I want to fuck? Why we gotta go through all that?
I don't know. They like to go through the extra shit. Be like, come on, let me put this dope dick in you. No. I don't want nothing that starts with dope.
God King's Queen said weirdo shit. Right. Like, who does that?
Who does
but
that?
It's people who like that
shit. I've seen it. I've heard it. Look, if y'all can hear the things that come one of these days I'm gonna take the Just Room Conversations. And y'all hear the shit that come out these females' mouths sometimes, y'all gonna be like, boy, I don't know how you sit there. And I have to hear it too, boy. I like it when he choked me from behind and put it.
Now,
hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I like it when he choked me from behind and fish hooked me in the mouth. I'm like, what? You like when he put his finger?
People who like to watch too much weird ass porno shit. Like, who the? I was finna say something, but I don't know. Who on our lives for that.
I like it when he hooked me in the mouth and grabbed me by the neck and then try to stick a finger in my butt. What? Why? Is that not? It's crazy to me. Like, I'm sorry, you're not going. First of all, you're not sticking anything in my butt.
Well, I hope not. You're a man and you're a heterosexual man.
Yeah,
but hope we done seen some of you niggas out here like that type of shit.
Full off movies. You nasty dog ass niggas, you.
Y'all be out here letting women playing your asses.
I mean, licking hard too. Not like, you know how motherfuckers like.
We don't need no demonstration, sir.
I mean, you got these girls here like, what? What is wrong with you?
Some men like it. Some men like it. But I'm just saying, like, it's okay to be, a little creative in the bedroom. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong being creative. There's nothing wrong with, adding a little few things,
Especially
little handcuffs and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm not doing this with you with those fucking handcuffs.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I am not.
We talk about toxic relationships today. God King's Queen said, I always thought fucking while upset is what rape is made of. He's good vibes said, oh damn, what I missed. We just talking about toxic relationships, and we're talking about, signs. We're all the way down to ways to get out of it.
Ways to get out. You guys have missed a lot. But, like I said, you can always go back on it.
Right.
Another thing is, when I sit there and say that, I said, cut off all communication, reach out to a support group, give yourself some time,
And I'm gonna say this too:
Right.
therapy. Therapy is
Most
great.
definitely.
I was in therapy when I went through my divorce, and I needed it. I needed it. During my marriage, I was in therapy.
I
Towards
think
the
it's,
end,
I think
needed
it's a
it.
requirement. I think it should be a requirement. Excuse me. This goddamn tape's killing me. I think it should be a requirement if you're getting a divorce.
Now family counseling is required.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
it should be required.
Like counseling with the kids and stuff like that. But what's so crazy is that's an online course to them. You know what I'm saying? You can get online and do that's all it is, an online course. It's not really,
Whatever happened to the one-on-one shit?
virtual is everything now.
That was my phone.
Good advice say just walk away from toxic crap. Yeah, but that's not that easy for everybody. Some people are codependent on people and things, and that's how shit gets toxic. So.
Some people, we know people that like the toxic.
Right.
That
He
love.
said I walked away from toxic relationships like a bad business deal. Yeah, I mean, and thank God you were strong enough to do that. But there's a lot of people who can't. It's people who I feel like toxic shit gets them off.
What? I think they
I
just.
like shit makes dick hard.
They get a hard on.
Who wants that?
Women get wet.
Like who? That's not sexy.
I just want you to punch me in the eye because you love me. What?
And sometimes it don't even be physical. Sometimes you just like the fact that he like to argue, and you want to argue and fuss and fight over every freaking thing.
We fight because we love each other. No,
Fuck
you
that.
fight because you hoes crazy.
Right? Who wants to do that? That's. I want my peace of mind before I want anything, and if I can't have my peace of mind,
I'm
then
straight.
I'm good.
I don't need no look. Like I tell everybody all the
Ain't nothing
time.
fucking with my head.
Right. I have enough problems all by myself. I don't
Right.
need no help.
Right? Who wants that? That's so good vibes. Because I can't deal with toxic anything anymore. Period. And it's so crazy because again, relationships, as far as love is one thing, but you realize, toxic can be anything. I had to realize like my relationship with my mother for the longest was hella toxic, and I had to back up from that, so and we had to fix some things in order for us to, be able to have the relationship we have now. But it's a lot of friendships are toxic. It's people who you call your friend, who you realize you forever giving and giving. Every time they call you with some stupid shit or some bullshit, they can't lift you up. You got friends out here, you can't even tell them you got a business idea. You can't even tell them you got something special going on without them making you feel like your shit won't go nowhere, or you wasting your time, or
they want to be involved in it and know they can't do shit.
Right, or mad because you won't allow them to be involved.
Right. Because you know they can't do shit.
Right. I got friends right now. I'm a makeup artist by trade. I got friends right now who would rather go to somebody else and pay them money to do what I do, and I do it better. But go to them and pay them money to do it versus support me as a friend and pay me money. Just because I won't give them a discount and I'm their friend, but you'll go to somebody else and pay double what I'm even charging you.
I can't stand it.
So it's a lot of people.
That's why I tell people, like, when they come to the club, like, man, Gavin, let me in for free and all this stuff. Wait a minute. Did you come here to support me?
Right.
Just mooch off of me. Which
Right.
one? Make up your mind. I'm confused.
I tell people all the time, I'm not even a club person, but I go just to support. You know what I'm saying? As a friend, like I go because if my friend is doing something, I'm gonna go to support them.
That's why I tell them, don't let her out tip you.
Every time.
Don't let her out tip you.
And I do that for the dancers. You get what I'm saying? The girls who talk to me and who fuck with me, I tip. Now you hoes that don't say shit to me or don't talk to me, I don't.
You gonna come up shout?
I ain't tipping you a damn
You
thing.
gonna come up shout?
It pays to speak. It pays to be nice. Not every nigga in there got money. Some women got money too, so you should talk to them too, sis. We tip better than me in half the time. So, yeah.
So, how do you feel about this? You think you...
Well, I think one thing we should have taken from this situation is that it does not take years to realize that somebody's
Right.
toxic. You can realize that in the first couple weeks or months that you're dealing with a person, so you don't waste your time
In
being
life.
being
With
in some toxic
toxic
bullshit.
shit.
Right. So you can so you know what you know now. So you can never say, I didn't know she was crazy. I didn't know she was, because you know.
You know what? You can know the person is crazy, and they can be crazy, and they give you some of that crazy. Let me stop.
But are you going to still deal with them?
How she busting wide open.
See, then you want to be in
I
some
want to be
toxic
some toxic
bullshit.
shit, don't I?
Yep.
Boy, what is wrong with me?
So you can't even sit here and give out toxic.
I'm joking. I can't deal with the normal people. I've been around too much toxicity in my life. I've been around too many haters. Too many. Look, I'm learning now with my spiritual growth.
Look at God.
My spiritual growth.
Shana not growing.
Should have been 100. Alright, let me stop before I really start shouting.
Okay.
You know what your mama always said? Don't be playing with God before you
Thank
really,
God that he gonna get a hold of
you
you.
really start shouting. So anyway, we're gonna get off here. We are done. We have given it all to you. If you missed this episode, go back to the live
Either on Facebook or on our pages.
on Instagram. It will be up on the YouTube as soon as I can get it up on the YouTube. She don't like when I say that. You saw her face when I said that, right?
It is what it is.
So we appreciate you guys. I see the numbers right now, so it's working.
Okay.
It's working. All right, we are out of here. We love you guys. You guys be safe next week. But if you are in town,
If you in Tampa,
tomorrow, Lady J's birthday party,
woo-hoo,
we are
swing on through Alibi.
swing. How they say on LA Smoke Podcast, come on in and sit on down. All right, guys, we love you guys.
All right, good night, everybody.